Welcome to Happy Pupcast. I'm your host, Gabby Sloan, and today we have DoodleDee Goldendoodles. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for joining us and just really being able to kind of share what you do and learning more about you and your puppies. Could you please tell us who you are and what you do?
I am Bethany Dills. I own DoodleDee Goldendoodles. We added on the and more since I added Bernedoodles. I'm in Chesterton, Indiana, and I've been doing this for now 24 years.
What breeds did you start with? Did you start with Goldendoodles 24 years ago?
No, so my first litter was from Pomeranians, and then it kind of trickled from there. I was doing Shelties for a pretty long time. I was the kid who loved all the animals growing up. So I'd watch Lassie, Call the Wild, all the little animal shows. So Lassie kind of stuck to me. So the Shelties are mini collies. So I did those for quite a while. Very short-lived Yorkies. But then when I found the Doodles, I've been very committed to Doodles. They're extremely smart, human-like, and I love them.
Doodles are like my favorite breed for just if you want a nice puppy, you want a nice pet to kind of hang out and chill with you. Although some can be a little energetic, but they are my favorite overall to have.
Absolutely. I was doing Sheepadoodles for a little while, for about 5-6 years, and those are energetic. I've been phasing out of those. They're a lot to handle. And not everybody who does their homework understands how they are, and then it ends up not being a good fit. Really been no demand over the last year or two for them.
Isn't that so interesting?
Yeah, I mean, they're so stinking cute, and that's what people love, like that little black and white little panda face. And and they get it, and they're like, it's biting my kids, it's hurting my kids. Goldendoodles, side by side, they're my favorite.
I love the Goldendoodles because they're so soft and sweet, and the Bernedoodle is very class clown and goofy. They're my favorite. So
yes, and it's funny because that's how I have them labeled on their description on my website. The Bernedoodles are like little Eeyores, I call them.
So for your puppies and things, tell me a little bit about what is it like from birth all the way to them kind of going home?
All of my puppies, I whelp with them. I never let them alone. I do hand deliver them. We have a nice little office birthing room. So they go in there. It's nice and quiet, and dim the lights and provide them nice comfort. We have a daily routine. We do ENS on them, early neurostimulation, for those who don't know. I love it because it gets them prepared for like kids and stuff grabbing at their paws, grabbing at their ear, and it just gets them used to a lot of the sensations and touches. And we do different sounds, vacuuming. So they hear vacuums every day. A lot of like daily routines, we get them like used to those noises, because a lot of doodles and stuff, they can be, scared and timid, and that's not what we want. We start potty training between 4 and 5 weeks old, and that's outdoor on a strict routine from 6 in the morning till 9 at night. They get checked by vets before they go home. They get sent home with their little vet report card. Everybody's healthy. Any issues, parents are made aware. We're in there nonstop all day.
Puppies are, it's like little kids running around all the time. They're just into mischief or, I remember when you and I first met, I stayed till very late at night watching one of the moms give birth, which was so awesome. And I'm so thankful for that. Thank you. Do you still birth them there, or do you birth them somewhere else?
No, thank God. Living room was kind of like my only space, because a lot of times, sadly, they deliver in the middle of the night. So the living room's kind of like where nobody was. So thank God in my new house, I have a birthing room, much more private. I can close the door, and people know if that door is closed, stay out.
And I just have to say, I love all of your social media accounts in terms of just posting pictures, and especially the ones of them being born, coming out, and you're there capturing even just before the first breath. So it's beautiful to see.
Oh yeah, I love it. To me, it's like a little miracle, and some people don't like that. Some people are like, gag or want to throw up. And I mean, it's life. I love watching like a little paw be smashed against the sack or their face. It's awesome. I post a lot, and it keeps the families involved. So they kind of feel like, oh, I was there, when my puppy was born. So it's definitely a bonus for the families too. And I feel that's kind of like one of the unique things that I do. Some people don't want to bother with social media when they're doing that, but I want people to see it.
It's awesome. And I just also love how each of your channels, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they're all different.
It's very time consuming. Just being on my phone my husband at dinner, he'd be like, can you please put your phone down so we can eat? I'm like, okay. Give me a minute.
Very time consuming, especially when you're so committed, kind of obsessed, right? You think you kind of have to be after 24 years.
That's a very good word. Yes, definitely. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You look back and I'll get like emails on my phone and be like, my memories pop up and it's my 6-year-old holding a little baby Sheltie. And it's like, oh, so yeah, it's been a long road. And my kids were involved growing up. So they'd stay up, I'd let them stay up late here and there because school. And they'd
Yeah.
help me deliver. So they've seen it all, done it all.
Aw, that's so sweet. If somebody wanted to get a puppy from you, what's the best way to reach you, contact you to kind of get the process started, the ball rolling?
My website. So there's a contact form on there. My information, like my cell phone, is on there as well. So definitely a phone call is always welcomed. Sometimes it's easier to explain and go through things and what their needs are to help guide them. Texting, emailing, any of my social media platforms, you can message me. So there's many ways, but always a phone call is simple enough, and that's always welcomed.
I love how you kind of emphasize having them call you, being on the phone is just such a great connection. Really get to hear your voice and know that you're a person.
Yeah, and that's important to me too, because I do love to meet all my families. I'm very in tune with many of my families. They still text me, they still send me photos. I have a lady who sends me from Yorkies, and that was long ago. So it goes to show you. I've had families who say, hey, I want to get another Sheltie. I'm like, sorry, I'm not breeding them anymore. And he literally said, what do you have then? I'm only coming to you. So it's been great. You have your committed people, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Do you find that the litters that are a little bit more awake are the ones that are,
Like more active.
yeah,
They could tend to be a little bit more active, mischievous, like up walking around sooner, more playful. But
Yeah.
I do feel like the ones that are like more like chill, sleep a lot more, are pretty mellow for the most part. And my one litter, they're pretty mellow.
for your puppies, tell me a little bit more about what you do in terms of just ensuring that they're going to go home as healthy as they can be and things like that.
We completely health test with genetics. We do a complete genetic panel, breed specific. And then we do EVET x-rays, which is like a guy who broke off it's kind of like the OFAs. He broke off the OFA board. So there's EVET, there's OFA, there's pen hip. We do EVET. We do orthopedic x-rays. They check the hips, patellas. Then we do OFA eyes, and then basic cardiac. So people want to purchase a puppy, and they'll be over here where there's a puppy that's $2,500, and then they'll go across the street where there's a puppy for $2,200, save the $300 to get a completely non-tested puppy. And then at a year old, stuff starts happening. You're going to get a $6,000-7,000 vet bill. It's very important. And I think a lot more people need to do their due diligence.
That's why what we're doing is so important of kind of getting you guys interviewed, because we have to really help educate people or help educate future puppy owners, because it's hard to navigate the world a little bit. And I, even just in the training sense of it, they call me and they're like, well, why this, why that? And it's not that they shouldn't look for information. It's just, it makes the water very muddy. And so
Yes.
now they don't know what's up from down, because they have so many people's opinions in there and they don't know what's right. And so that's why this is so important to me. It's just kind of really connecting people with different information.
I agree. And I appreciate you including me. I was a nurse for 10 years, so education is a huge part of me. So when I talk to people, I try to, and I tell them, if you don't buy from me and you're going to buy from someone else, just please make sure ABC. So you're comparing apples to apples.
And that's really what it's about at the end of the day, is really just helping them get the right fit for them or whatever they're looking for at that time frame. Of course, get one of my puppies, but also make sure you're looking out for this as well if you do happen to go somewhere else. For your puppies, what types of coats do you breed?
Yeah, I pretty much do all of them. So I've done flat coats, wavy or shaggy coats, whatever word you want to choose, and curlies. So a lot of people have a misconception that I need a curly coat, it doesn't shed, but there is a big difference between a curl factor and the furnishings. So it's two completely different genes.
what colors do you have? So I know you have like apricots with like some white on there.
Colors I strive for. So I've done everything from with the Goldendoodles. I do creams, reds, blacks, chocolates, chocolate merle, blue merle, parties, abstracts, tuxedos, phantoms, tries, sables, wild sables, red sables, a lot. We do the rainbow here. Like I said, I love variety, and it's like Christmas. You know, you're delivering them. You're like, ooh, I'm going to get this color, this color, this color.
Do you guys, you must put bets on it at home, being like, what do you think they're
Oh,
going to
sometimes.
produce? Is there anything you want to share that we kind of haven't gone over that's really important for you?
Finding families with perfect fits for my puppies that make a family feel whole. That's like my main job. I love surprising kids, families. I allow people to come and pick out in person, which is how so many kids get to be surprised, which is great. And not everyone feels comfortable having people in their homes. I love to do that. So I do allow it.
I think the best part for me was on one of your social accounts, you had a video of 3 middle school age kids that were surprised with a puppy, and their one girl was just bawling.
I had to make her sit down because I was afraid she was going to pass out. So yeah, that's what touches my heart. I love it. Tears me up. One of my recent ones was one of my past families. One of their family members had passed. So they had a little girl who would not walk through the house, would not sleep in her own bed. She got one of my puppies and they sent me videos. I was bawling hysterically in the morning when she sent me this, but she slept in her bed because the puppy was next to her. I love that.
It's amazing the power that they have.
They're therapy dogs, and many of mine are therapy dogs. The certified, and I've had medical alert dogs, diabetic, seizures.
I mean, they're so smart and lovely, and getting that first step off correctly in terms of just the ENS and handling them, vacuuming around them all the time, potty training. For myself, I know if the puppies, training wise, if they've ever been exposed to grass, if they've ever been outside, or if they've only stayed inside. And definitely I know yours know what outside is, they know what to do outside, and they don't really have any issues with potty training at all.
Thank you. Yeah, we start rain, snow, sunshine, it don't matter. They go outside.
If people want to get in touch, tell me your website.
It is DoodleDee, Goldendoodle.com. And then of course I have my social media platforms. And then if you want to reach out, you'll get to see our little nuggets.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't she so cute?
Oh,
My little tuxedo litter I just did.
oh, she's so
Can
adorable.
you hear it? We love them.
That is so precious.
Yeah.
How old is
I
she?
love it. These are 4 days old, this litter.
Oh,
Did you want to see a Bernedoodle?
oh yes. Oh my gosh. Look at those chunkers.
So this is the same litter. We'll get different sizes because my boy's smaller.
Wow.
Picture perfect.
Cute.
Those little faces.
Look at those markings. Wow.
Oh, yeah. These are
They're
traditional tries.
perfect.
That's what I strive for.
And how old are they?
He's just turned 3 weeks old on Tuesday.
They're
Yeah.
so adorable. The one in your right hand is falling asleep. You're like, it's time for a nap already.
Maybe they'll come see you soon.
Oh, I hope so.
You had my Bernedoodle on your magazine cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
But yeah, so there's our little babes.
Well,
They're
thank you
amazing.
for sharing them.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming, and we'll do this again.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.